Welcome back, Focus Learners. Okay, so today in this explainer, we are unpacking a massive operational revolution. We're going to explore exactly how you can turn a single solo entrepreneur into a completely automated, incredibly powerful agency using a highly specific set of AI capabilities. We aren't just talking about generating some generic text here. We're talking about building an entire autonomous enterprise from the ground up. 50. Yeah, you heard that right. Right now, there is an embarrassing and rapidly widening gap in how people are actually using artificial intelligence. The gap is getting so extreme that one single entrepreneur sitting entirely alone at their desk can now genuinely do the exact same volume and quality of work as a traditional team of 50 people. Okay, let's dive into this divide. Take your regular AI user. They're out there endlessly typing out prompts from scratch every single morning, crossing their fingers, and basically just guessing at what the AI is going to spit out. But then look at the power user. They've completely stopped guessing. Instead, they're installing permanent automated skills that act as structural multipliers for their output. It's night and day. Section 1. One person, 50 jobs. Now, I want to be super clear right from the jump. This massive leverage paradigm, it isn't just some wild theory. It's actively being deployed at the absolute highest levels of the business world right now. To give you the ultimate proof, look no further than Gary Tan. He's the president of Y Combinator, the legendary accelerator behind absolute giants like Airbnb and Stripe. Well, he recently open-sourced his exact AI setup. He effectively gave his entire team's workflow over to these installed AI skills. He is literally the prime example of one person flawlessly executing the output of dozens. But hey, what actually is an AI skill? Simply put, an AI skill is a small package of instructions that you install exactly once. It teaches the AI how to do one very specific job. And the magic is that it does it the exact same way every single time it gets triggered. You don't need to know a single line of code to use these, and it completely removes the headache of constantly retraining the AI or typing out your rules from scratch. Section 2. Automating multi-client brand voices. If you're an entrepreneur juggling multiple projects or running an agency, your absolute biggest bottleneck is context switching, right? Well, let me introduce the brand guidelines skill. It is frankly the ultimate scaling tool. The setup is stunningly simple. Step 1, you just write a single paragraph describing a brand's colors, their tone of voice, and the things they'd absolutely never say. Step 2, the AI takes that and instantly builds a comprehensive identity document, complete with hex codes, font pairings, and sample sentences. Step 3, you save it as a permanent skill. Boom. The days of typing out brand rules for every single client task are officially over. So picture this. You're a busy agency owner, and you're managing 3 or 4 totally different brand accounts, maybe your own personal brand, a corporate brand, and a couple of client accounts. You just set up a unique, separate brand skill for each one of them. Instantly, you can jump seamlessly between them with perfect, unwavering consistency on every single post or design. Think about the old way for a second. Retyping hex codes, desperately trying to remember tone rules, and risking human error every single time you drafted a post. It was exhausting. The new way? Literally a one-click switch between locked-in client brand identities. This brilliant shift proves that your automated output can stay incredibly high quality, perfectly distinct, and deeply personalized for every single client on your roster. Section 3, the brutal feedback machine. One of the toughest things about being a multi-project entrepreneur is living in an echo chamber. You rarely get really high-level, critical pushback on your ideas. Enter the office hours skill. This is actually part of that G-Stack build by Gary Tan that we mentioned earlier. And let me set the stage for you here. This AI won't be nice to you. At all. It simulates a brutal Y Combinator partner session. It will relentlessly tear your business ideas apart to find the hidden weaknesses, giving you exactly the kind of tough love nobody around you is willing to give. Let's run a real-world test using the massive brand Zomato. When fed into this office hours skill, here is the exact forcing question it threw back. Would users be upset if Zomato disappeared tomorrow? Man, that is an incredibly intense, realistic question. And the AI's answer? It brutally pointed out that most people have both Zomato and Swiggy installed, and they just open whichever one gives them a better coupon. Ouch. It's habit, not love. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is the sheer depth of strategy the AI produced in like 40 seconds. Just look at the strategic paths it laid out for Zomato. Because competitors are aggressively challenging their core delivery, the AI suggested some radical moves. Consolidate everything, completely stop being a consumer app, or pivot to become the underlying infrastructure layer for every food business in India. Guys, that is boardroom-level strategic consulting generated in seconds. The office hours skill pulls this off by running your business through some very specific forcing questions. Demand reality, status quo, desperate specificity, narrowest wedge, observation, and future fit. Look, I strongly urge you to run your own brand, or even just some loose idea you've been kicking around, through these exact forcing questions tonight. Do it before you spend a single dollar or rupee on a new project. Section 4. Your autonomous AI enterprise. Okay, let's bring this whole one person doing 50 jobs concept full circle. We're talking about heavy-hitting execution skills that literally replace entire agency departments. Just compare traditional research to the deep research AI skill. A friend of mine needed to validate a SaaS app idea. The traditional consultant route meant waiting 3 painful, expensive weeks. Instead, the deep research skills spun up parallel research agents instantly. One for market size, one for competitors, one for pricing. In exactly 8 minutes, it delivered a perfectly synthesized report mapping out a complete $623 million market. 8 minutes versus 3 weeks, it's wild.
And hey, research is literally just the beginning. Look at the sheer scale of the departments being completely replaced right now. You can run high-level SEO technical audits, like figuring out why Nike is losing to Adidas on mobile, which would normally cost up to 2 lakh rupees a month. You can systematically erase 29 specific patterns of robotic AI-sounding text with the humanizer skill. You can even run a fact-checker skill to instantly verify every single claim in a viral WhatsApp forward in under 40 seconds. The scale of leverage here is absolutely breathtaking.
Oh, and you've got to hear about the front-end design skill. This specific skill literally builds businesses while you sit back and watch. It actively bans those awful, generic purple AI slop defaults we see absolutely everywhere these days. Instead, you just give it one simple paragraph of plain English, and in 10 minutes, it generates a production-grade, premium dashboard with animating hover states and live pulsing waveforms. It's gorgeous, and it's instant. To put this all into perspective, just a year ago, the traditional agency model to pull off this level of market research, brand building, SEO auditing, and front-end design, it would easily cost you 6 figures, need a full-time team of 5, and take 6 solid weeks of work. Today, the autonomous enterprise knocks all of this out in a single afternoon, for free. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive paradigm shift we're experiencing in business right now. Which brings us to one final, completely unavoidable question. If we know, and we've definitively proven today, that these installed AI skills can empower one single person to seamlessly execute the work of 50 people, what is your excuse for moving slowly? It is time to stop acting like a regular prompt taper. It's time to start building your autonomous enterprise today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.